back to my channel. I am so excited to film this video today. I have done a video on my sister's hair before, but her hair is the most highly requested video I get, and the one I filmed was about a year ago, and I have changed the way I do a few things. For example, she is now wearing my hair extensions, Jessi Styles hair. So this is her first retape. So I'm going to be going over how I remove tape and extensions with my tape and remover. This is called the Takedown, and it's a remover I formulated for no stickiness. It's better on the hair, it's not drying, it has essential oils in it. It's amazing. So I will show you how I use this. I also have my own tape called the Takedown, and I will be using this. And something very cool, I also came up with these maps that let you have a placement guide for your tape and extensions. So if you have a client who has tape-ins, you don't want to take them all out, put them on your tray, and then forget or lose track of where they were in their head. So this has a right side, a back, and a left side, and these are a hard material. They feel like a dinner mat, so they're reusable, they're sturdy. So as I take her extensions out, I'm going to place them wherever I took them out on her head, so I can just put them right back in so we don't have to cut anything off of her extensions. And this video today is extra cute because I got a new puppy and he is here with us today. So he's going to be our little guest star. His name's Beckham and he's a mini golden doodle, and we are so excited to have him here. So if you are interested in watching this, then stay tuned. Okay, this is a product that I am so excited about. I wanted to make the tape-in process of retaping hair easier than it has been in the past, because a lot of times you can take the hair out of the head and forget where it was. This also helps as like a basic placement guide for tape-ins the first time as well. So we have a back, a left, and a right, and this will help you place your extensions properly. And this is my tape-in remover and my tape. The tape-in remover is called the Takedown and the tape is called the Tape Down. And what is different about my remover is it has essential oils in it, so instead of smelling like alcohol or anything kind of crazy like that, like most removers do, it smells like lavender. It's a lot softer on the client's hair, not so harsh with the chemicals. It works like a dream though. Did you see how easy that just came out? I'm obsessed. So you put 2 or 3 squirts on the top, 2 or 3 squirts on the bottom, and let it sit for like 10 seconds up to a minute, and then you just kind of put your weave comb in there to get the corner out, and then it just comes off so easy. Look at how easy those just come out, and then there is no stickiness and no residue. Okay, so here is what the map looks like after I finish taking out the back of her hair. This is the back section of the map, and I just put the extensions right where those little placement tabs are, and voila, we're done with the back. Now we're moving on to the side. And if any of you have done tape-ins before, you know that the stickiness is like the worst part. Your comb gets sticky, the hair gets sticky, there's residue. I fixed that problem with this remover, so if you are a tape-in extension stylist, you need this remover. I promise you, it is incredible. And we can put the extensions right back in her hair if we wanted to, because it doesn't stay sticky, so it's so nice. So here we go. You can see that I'm just using this mat by taking the tape-in out and placing it right where it was in her hair so that I don't lose track of where it was. So for color, I'm not going to do a huge tutorial because you guys see me do blondes all of the time, but I wanted to show you a little bit of how I'm doing her hair. We typically do a root retouch with blonde on her. Sometimes we put it straight on the scalp, other times we just do tight foils, but this time we decided to give her hair a little bit of a break. She kind of wants to go without bleach for a while, so we're actually going to be doing a rooted look. She still has some gold in her hair that we're trying to feather through, so as you can see in the back, I'm kind of doing like a balayage in foils where I take my lightener and I place it on and I'm just kind of feathering up to the root, not quite touching it. And in the back, I'm feathering down a little further to kick out some gold, but for the most part, I'm leaving her ends out because they are pretty white and we don't need to touch them. So as you can see right here, it's just the root area. I'm trying to do this in the back to get more of a lift because the front's pretty white. So now as you can see, I'm transitioning back into foils and I'm just going to be doing her roots, leaving the root out. I'm going pretty close up, but we are going to be doing a shadowed root, so I'm not super concerned about getting it super tight to the root. So I'm just doing baby lights throughout, focusing on many pieces, and then we will root her in the bowl.
Just run away with me, darling.
Okay, so this is a question I get asked all the time when I do my root smudge videos, and it's something I never thought to mention, and so I was going to go over it right now for you guys. So when I do root smudges, or I put the clients up in the bowl at all to do something on their roots, I always cover their ends in Olaplex to give them an Olaplex treatment while I'm toning. So what I did here is I covered her ends in Olaplex. I'm brushing her out with the wet brush to get her hair nice and smooth. Then I'm going to T-part her off with my Sam Via wide tooth comb, which I love. And then I'm going to put her root smudge on. And I let that sit anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes depending on how dramatic we want that root smudge to be. With her, we just want a slight shadow, so we're leaving it on like 5, maybe 6 minutes. And then when I lean her back and tone her ends, there's 2 different ways you can do it. One, you can leave the Olaplex on and it creates kind of a barrier, so it makes your toner go on slower, if that makes sense. So for example, if you are using Shades EQ, you all know about crystal clear processing solution that you can mix in to slow your toner down so you can leave it on longer. So that's kind of what Olaplex does. If I have the Olaplex on her ends, it's going to dilute my toner so I can leave it on longer. So on some clients where I don't want them to go too icy or too golden or whatever toner I'm using, I will leave that Olaplex on to create a barrier so that I can leave that toner on longer, but so I also have more control so it doesn't take too fast. With her, I'm actually rinsing her Olaplex out, as you can see me doing here in just a bit. So I will rinse the Olaplex off of her ends and then tone her, just because with her we like to be really icy, so I like the toner to take as well as possible in the hair. So yeah, that's a question I get asked a lot, and I figured I would answer it here for you guys so that you know. Also, I keep her root smudge color on and I mix it in with the toner and I just work them through together and then rinse them out together at the end. Okay, so I just wanted to go over the tape-in process of how I put tape back on the hair. So as you can see, I just removed a piece of hair from the bottom of the mat and I'm just going to work my way up the back of her head. I'm taking the old tape off and I'm going to stick it right here on the map. This map is really nice because it's a great material. The tape will stick to it, but it won't get sticky, so you can just take that tape right back off with no residue. Then I'm going to take this new tape and put it on, and this is how I retape. It's really quick, really easy, and I don't lose the placement of her extensions, which is the best part. The placement for tape-ins can be really tricky because there are so many pieces, which is why I created the placement guide. Not only does it act as a board to place your old tape-ins down, but it helps you decide where to put them. So it's equivalent to about 2.5 bags, and then you can just fill in the gaps if you have extras.
When the sunrise lasts forever, and it's all you and me, we'll kiss the sky goodnight.
Okay, so I wanted to leave this clip in to show that it's super important to get your tape-ins right and don't be lazy. So as you can see, I placed her tape right here, but one of the corners wasn't sitting very well. So after I kind of smoothed it down with my thumb, I realized it. So then I had to lift her hair back up and redo it, because if you have any corners loose or if you have any hair pulling, it's going to cause damage or slippage. So just make sure you are very thorough, because that's the most important part when it comes to tape-in. You have to be a perfectionist.
Come get lost with me.
Say hello to my friend Christina. She is a part of the artistic team for Cosmoprof, and so that's why you probably recognize her face. She actually has a salon down the street from me, so she had just stopped in to say hi. If you don't already, go give her a follow, and I will link her YouTube channel below as well, because she is amazing. Now that her extension's in, we are going to be blending. She is one that doesn't like me to take off very much length at all. If she had her way, I wouldn't blend her extensions at all, but I make her let me, because I think it looks a little more natural. So we are just kind of texturizing her hair a little bit, not taking very much off, less than an inch. And then I also take my thinning shears and I go in and point cut the ends of her hair. My hair comes really thick, which is an awesome thing, but to make it look a little more natural towards the ends, I like to take my thinning shears and point cut the bottoms. This is really good for a client who has thinner hair. Some clients prefer to have really thick ends, and if you do this, you still have really thick ends. It just makes it look a little more natural and wispy rather than that fake look that extensions can sometimes have if you don't blend them. Cleaning the placement guide is super simple. You just take the remover, mist it all over the map, and then wipe it down with a towel. This material is great because it just gets rid of stickiness right away. It doesn't hold on to it. It's super durable and you can reuse it so many times. I love it. I am telling you guys, you need this map. It will change the way that you do tape-ins. My little puppy is so cute. Look at him. He was just laying there the whole day, so I had to show you guys how freaking cute he is. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little something as well as got a glimpse into some of the products that I have formulated for my extension line. If you want to learn any more hands-on training, we actually have classes coming up where I'm doing extension training, more color stuff. You can check that out on our website, jzstyles.com. There's an education tab. You can always email me with questions as well. So what we did on her was the blonde shadowed root, and then we put her extensions back in. She has tape-ins. So if you have a client who's ice blonde and they need to take a break from bleach but they don't necessarily want to lose their blonde, show them this video because you can still be the Cora ice blonde with that subtle shadow root. She doesn't even feel like she's brunette, which was her fear. She thought she was going to have dark hair. But it's so soft and subtle, and now she can go like 3 to 4 months, if not longer, and just tone her hair instead of bleaching it every time. So this is a really good color to transition your ice blondes into something more low maintenance. So yes, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys. See you later. Thank you both. Okay. I'll cut that part out. Blooper.
I was gonna say thank you so much for being good.
Oh, okay, yeah.